We've done the chords, the bass, and is that about it? Tempo mapping a little bit. Let's look at the drums. So there's 3 or 4 sections to think about. Some of them are pretty much the same. Basically, it's kick on 1 and 3, snare on 2 and 4. You can see I've layered multiple snare drums to try and get the sound that I wanted. So the first 4 measures are essentially without hi-hat. The 4th measure does have this kind of other sound, with a bunch of reverb sounds good and big. So that's the idea with that. So every once in a while, you'll hear this big clap snare drum that's really big, really reverberant. I don't want to play it in the original. Let's just put it that way. No more copyright strikes. Then, as everything starts to get going, we add 1/8 notes on the hi-hat, whatever hi-hat you choose. So I would ignore my notes here. At least be aware that I'm using a customized drum kit. I started with the 2-funk kit, but I have, different sounds that I've brought in. As a reminder, if you want to do that, you can start with a basic kit and just go to samples and drums, and you're looking for a clap, and here's a whole bunch of claps, and I want to use one. You just drag it into a pad and use it. Okay, so we start with the hi-hat. Everything else is the same. That goes for a while. I don't see any differences. So there at measure 21, it's that same idea with just, I've actually stacked a number of things to try and get that sound going. I think a few of them are muted. That big reverberant snare drum, but we have hi-hats, so same idea. So you're still working within the first 2 kind of main components. Okay, so as I'm looking here, going down the line, it looks like that repeats a couple times. And then going into what I'm calling the chorus, you just have a little drum fill that keeps it pretty straight ahead. Boom, cat, cat, cat. You can kind of go about that however you want to go about it, but it looks like this. All right, so starting at measure 24. Then the breakdown, kind of like we have no bass here, looks like that. I just heard hi-hat still for a couple of 1/8 notes. We have kick on the first, kick on the and of 2, and kick on beat 3. Same thing happens again at measure 26. So basically, whenever they're singing, save your tears for another day, that's what's happening there. Then there's just a crash cymbal. I'm sorry. I had to draw it out because if I didn't hold it, I don't know. Sometimes that doesn't happen. Then into this big, the fill part again. So I'd say that that's like part 3. This is part 4. And then, just go through and listen. Okay, so something looks different there. Okay, another chorus, but has that kick drum pattern. So this is a little bit of a stop. Oops, I went back to the beginning. That sucks. Let's listen to my groove. All right, so back to the basic drum beat with hi-hat. Back to the basic drum beat with hi-hat. I don't see anything different here until measure 49. Okay, and then looks like there's a bunch of those. Okay, so from measure 49 to 56, up to 56, it's got that big snare drum. I have a problem here. For some reason, I'm missing a hi-hat. And then the drum fill, not too different. The breakdown for the chorus, you've already seen this. Crash cymbal, drum fill, and this plays twice. All right, and then we kind of go back to the basic drum beat, crash cymbal, and this time for the chorus out, it doesn't break down anymore, and we're just cruising along. Okay, so hopefully you've seen the parts. You can arrange them. There you go.